It would seem as though.
Well, it would seem as though this week I am here all by myself because my dear Annika is sick. Sick. And in this gig, you don't really get sick leave, sick pay, sick nothing. She's just sick and she's at home trying to be able to swallow her tonsils are all infected. And, it's much rougher when you're a grown person and your tonsils are acting up than when you're a child. They just yank them out when you're a child and you're fine. As you can hear, I did not prepare. I did not shut off my cuckoo clock. And this week we will not be having a show. I just want to let everybody know this will be a very short, little brief thing. I wanted to not leave people hanging that we don't have a show this week because of her being sick. I thought about spending an hour talking to myself because God knows I've done it before. But then I thought better of it because though I don't mind hearing myself speak for an hour, I don't think everybody else wants to. So we will be back next week. We will have our normal pod. Well, normal. What is normal? We are not normal. We are, it's funny when I was a kid, people used to always say to me, "You are not normal." To which I would always reply, "Well, that's good because normal means average and average is boring. And who wants to be boring?" People didn't like that. People don't like when you stand up for yourselves. And I think next week, actually, our topic is going to be bullying because I had a little incident this week. My son was attacked in school in the locker room because that is the one place where there are no cameras and no teachers at that moment. And so this kid who has been causing him trouble for years, since elementary school, beat the crap out of him, stomped on his face, did all kinds of shit. And when the school called me, and I get that they're trying to not startle, upset, panic me, but you call to tell me that my child has been beaten up, that someone has laid hands on my children. Yes, automatically I'm going to be like pissed off like a cat in a bathtub. Trust me, it is not going to be a good day. And so when I talked to them about it later, they were like, "Oh, well, we don't, we take it very seriously." Well, it didn't sound serious to me. It sounded like they were like, "Oh, some boys got into a little tussle in the bathroom and blah." Oh, not the bathroom, the locker room, same thing. And to me, it can't be taken seriously enough. I spent all of my school years, all 12 years from first grade to 12th grade, being bullied every single day. And so this to me, this subject, this whole thing, because, most schools say now they have a zero tolerance policy, but do they? If that kid wasn't completely kicked out of school, and I don't mean just for a couple of days, which for most kids is a vacation. If that isn't what happened, then they're not taking it seriously enough. And I know a lot of people will say, "Well, it's not the kid's fault." No, it's not the kid's fault. It's the parent's fault. If my child turned out to be an asshole, I would take full credit for being a bad parent. But something needs to be done. And because it is such a little hot button topic, we will have a full episode about it next week. And again, I apologize for not having a full episode this week. I know that some of y'all, our tens of listeners, listen to us every week, and I really, really appreciate that, as does Annika. But she can't speak. It is the first time that she's ever been completely speechless because she can't talk, because God knows that's the only thing that'll keep her from it. So listen, next week, same bat time, same bat station, we will be back for another episode of It Would Seem As Though.
It would seem as though.